Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Now today we're gonna do a review on The Punisher. Now, The Punisher, the first season was beautiful. Like everything that they kinda had towards going into it was just absolutely crazy. Like first you have this man, okay, obviously, I would like to pin like the timeline. Okay, so we had Defenders in August, right? So you can probably say like somewhere maybe around August-ish, or probably like towards the season 2 of Daredevil is when he left, and that's when he was like, you know, killing the people that was responsible and who knew about his whole, like, who murders his family and this and that and stuff. And two, that's when they was just saying like, oh, okay, you know, they started off with his name is Pete. Now he's under a new alias, and he's working in a construction site, and all he keeps thinking about is his family's death, his wife's and his kids' deaths and stuff. So, you know, leading up to how everything kind of was and stuff, it was, oh my god, just this dude was just crazy. How he was just going, like he was just killing and stuff like that. I was like, yo, that it was crazy. Then him like leading back up to Karen Page, you know, they kind of like got not back together, but it was just like, you know, that they little brief moments here and there where she was helping him out, saying like, oh, you know, you're gonna go back to killing now. He's like, you know, I gotta find the people who did this and stuff like that. It was interesting to see, but everybody kind of knew like how she was acting, because she was thinking about Matt Murdock. That's what she was saying. Oh, it was like good to see you a lot, but how she was so emotional, because it was like obviously like, you know, she was still hurting from after Matt's death. So seeing Punisher, it's like, oh my god, like you're here and stuff, and that's somebody that she's somewhat, you know, she obviously, what she said was like, you know, she cares about Frank and stuff. Frank obviously cares about her, so it was interesting to see and stuff. But you know, when they had that crazy kid, that, you know, that crazy vet that kind of like went bad, you know, I dead thought he would have been Jigsaw. I really thought, but then it wouldn't have made sense because he was too young. So him dying in that storage room, blowing himself up, I was like, okay, sure and stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's whatever. Then, you know, leading down to him finding out more people that was involved in the situation, which was funny. Not funny, but kind of messed up though, because it's like a lot of people knew about his death and was you could say held responsible for the actions of what happened and stuff. And two, obviously Frank went after them and he killed them and stuff. So I was like, you know, it was pretty dope. But compared to the Punisher from Thomas Jane and whatnot, we all thought that we would have seen like, well, you know, here and there, like a couple of people from like in the movie, like that big Russian guy and stuff who was like crazy strong. We all thought we would have seen him. We all thought we would have seen like, you know, a couple of people here and there. But we did get a little bit of hints and clues if and when they will make season 2 of Punisher and whatnot. So it's like, you know, it's cool to see that how everything led it up to the way it towards its end, where he kind of got justice for the actions of what happened. He cleared himself. He cleared Micro of any wrong deeds that happened towards the justice system. Because it's like, you got to think about it. It's like being in Frank Castle's shoes. It's like, yeah, you had the system. The system failed you. Like like both men was failed twice. Both men was sent to death. And because of the system, and because how the system basically failed and stuff, so they had to go around it and try to figure a way of fixing their mistakes. Well, not their mistakes, but pretty much clearing themselves, and how the whole, you know, thing landed off and stuff. And even his best pal, Billy Russo. Now, Billy Russo was interesting because it's like how they let it to be, which I'm gonna get in a real hot second. Okay, so he has sex with the Homeland Security type chick, you know. They do their business and stuff, and I was like, okay, you know, that's great, you know, they did their business, and then you know, no, hold up, scratch the whole thing, what am I saying? No, the best part was when this dude basically he killed her partner. He killed her partner and kind of like slaughtered everybody in there. Killed his own teammates, by the way. And then, cause this dude freaking had the Assassin's Creed blade. I'm like, my boy. Yo, he was sitting there. He's like, I was like, yo, this dude got the freaking Assassin's Creed blade, basically assassinating people. So I was like, wait, my boy? I'm like, hold up, this ain't an Assassin's Creed. This ain't Connor, Ezio, Bayek, and Shay. You know, like what we doing here? When we had the freaking Assassin's blade, basically killing people. So I was like, okay, that was sick. That was hella sick. I mean, that was hella sick. So I was like, okay. And then the best part was when he basically was he was cleaning her up. So it's like he's the murderer, cleaning her up after he killed her partner and whatnot. And I was like, all of that was just crazy. Yo, he's sitting there, she like, he dead. And so he's sitting there, he like, oh yeah, he dead. Let's not talk anymore. Let me clean you up. So he was basically cleaning her. I was like, yo, that was crazy. That was kind of funny, but yo, that was kind of crazy though. And then we get to see the final shebang. But it's like he brings him back to where it all happened, where his family died and stuff. So I was like, kind of messed up, you know. And it's like he was his friend and stuff, and it was like, you know, money absolutely corrupts, and you worked under the guy who Frank Castle basically gave him a blind eye, or what they call it, a water eye or a fluffy eye or whatever. So, you know, he basically was like, yeah, you know, we're gonna do this and that and stuff. And it kind of like balled up to where he was like saying, oh yeah, you know, you a dog and stuff, you're just like him. So he's like, alright, you know what, I'm a dog. Oh, let me cut him loose. Next thing you know, Frank just went on. Oh, he was just, dude just went on and nowhere, started killing him and stuff. He's like, damn, Frank. Like, oh my god, freaking, he tore this dude up. He freaking tore this dude up. I was like, damn. But leading up to the end, the best freaking part, when he was fighting Billy, and next thing you know, he messed his face up with the glass, kicked in his face in the glass. So it's like it's telling you a hot story for season 2 that we're gonna get Jigsaw, and he's gonna be Jigsaw, because how his face is and how they pretty much said like how he may or may not remember certain things. His memories kind of got bashed in. Frank messed him up, this and that. So I was like, yeah, you know, Frank messed this dude up and stuff. And it was like, okay, you know. And then the CIA and the higher ups basically cleared them all of his charges, because they said, one, because they didn't want to get in trouble, and two, they didn't want Frank leaking out any info, you know, because basically all the stuff that happened is like, why would you keep him and stuff? He knows stuff. He'd be like, yo, they corrupted and stuff. So it was like, no, let's just give him a new name and money and stuff, and just have him go on his merry way. Everyone knows that he's still alive, but his name is Pete now. So I was like, okay, Pete. So I'm kind of hyped to see what they're gonna do for season 2 of Punisher. Like if all goes well, like I'm just super hyped, because it's like we're gonna get to see Jigsaw. We probably gonna get to see that crazy powered up Russian. You know, we might get to see all of this, because it's like we didn't know where they was gonna go with the story. We just knew that, okay, we're gonna get the Punisher. He still has some unfinished business, because I personally thought that he like finished everything, and they was just gonna get right into Jigsaw. Like, oh, new dude, new enemy. There's probably some drugs, cocaine, whatever. New dude in town and whatnot. I thought they would have did it like that, but they was like, no, we still gonna work on his past, which I liked. And I didn't feel like they was dragging them along. It was like, oh, you know, they had it in Daredevil and stuff. But the problem with that is, it's like they only had it for like a hot, brief moments of seconds, because it's like you had the hand, you know, you had the hand and stuff. Then you had stuff going on with Kingpin, and then you had Punisher, then you had Elektra. So it's like, it's great that they actually finished this up, instead of just like brushing it off and saying, oh, he finished all of that, blah blah blah, and you know, here's a new story. it would have kind of left some questions unanswered. So it's a really good thing that they didn't do that, and they basically was like, well, let's just expand it a little bit more. Let's just expand the Punisher story out a little bit more, so that way a lot of people can understand, and a lot of the older fans could be like, okay, we understand, we get this and stuff. So it's like, okay, because if you would have just said, okay, he finished everything, lost new dude, then it was like, okay, what about Micro? What about the guy who was with Frank throughout the entire thing? Like, he was always guiding him. He was always telling him, like, yo, there's like 10 dudes in there. You should come in the back and shoot them like this and that. He's like, oh, there's traps, blah, blah, blah. Don't go this way. It would have been kind of awkward not to see Micro there and stuff, his best pal. So it's great. It's really great that they kind of like set everything up. Both wanted men, blah, 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 and stuff. And him obviously checking on his family, which was kind of funny. He's just like, you kind of got a murderer. Even though he's on the side of good, but he's kind of still a murderer in your house. And he's like, oh, I'm looking after your family, this and that. Until it's like, oh yeah, Pete's the Punisher. So he's like Pete, and it's like, the son is kind of messed up. Like, he went back and told the cops. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then they showing up. They're like, so where he at? I'm like, what? Where the Punisher at? Oh, he ain't here and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. And it was like, oh, then they had to have the whole exchange and stuff. Yeah, but it was good. They had little funny scenes in here and there. Black man got shot. Curtis, I think his name was. Yeah, it was Curtis. Yeah, Curtis got popped and stuff. I was like, damn, my boy. Like, Tracy was tied up in a room and whatnot with bombs strapped to you. Almost got blown up to an oblivion, and then he got shot in the shoulder. I was like, yo. He was like, the next thing you know, Billy was like, yeah. So you didn't tell me that Frank was alive, and you knew. He was like, hey man, he was trying to protect you, which Frank was at the time. He was trying to protect everybody. He didn't want to drag anybody into it until eventually found out that he knew about the situation. He was dirty. He tried to get him killed. So he was like, nah, I thought he was gonna kill him, but he was like, nah, man. He was like, you don't deserve to die. Because it's like, this is what all of the former teammates that Punisher was on, they all kind of wanted to die, because all the gruesome stuff that they had to witness, they had to endure, they wanted to die, And Frank was different. He had a family. He didn't want to die. Sure, he loved his job and stuff. He loved to kill, but at the end of the day, he loved his family more. So it was like, he wanted to be with his family. And if all would have turned out the way it went, Frank would have never had thoughts of him wanting to kill himself, because most of his former peeps, they didn't have families. Some did, some didn't. And the ones who didn't, they kind of just drove out of nowhere, spiraled out of control, and wanted to go into business for themselves. That's what they call it and stuff. So it was just but Billy, he kind of was with Frank, and then he was technically a brother in war and a brother in blood. And so things went south, and he was just saying, you know what? I gotta do this. I got to take you down and stuff, and that's exactly what he did. He took him down and stuff, and then now it's like, we probably might get to see Jigsaw, which is gonna be great and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I truly love this. Like, Punisher was good. Punisher was freaking good and stuff. That's why I cannot wait to see Daredevil season 3, which I believe supposed to come out, I think, in January, I believe. So I can't wait to see that and stuff, and see what they're gonna do with that. Like, oh my god, I just cannot wait. That's what's at Marvel right now, yo. They booming, son. Like, Marvel is booming right now. They just coming out of nowhere with all this crazy stuff. But freaking Punisher, man, like that, like it was freaking good. The killing, like him going off and doing all this crazy stuff, and how they kept on having him wake up every single morning with the same dream. He's kissing his wife. She gets up, she gets shot in the back of the head. I was like, yo, that's crazy, over and over and over and over and over again. And two, when this dude was beating the hell out of him in that room, almost killing him. He almost killed him and stuff. But he was like in between near death. He was like, he was with his wife, and then he was like slipping back in and out of conscious and stuff. And I was like, that was a nice touch to it. That was a really nice touch to it. So I was like, damn, man, like, how they set up everything was pretty cool. But yeah, I think I'm ending right here. But yeah, Punisher, freaking crazy, good. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff.